It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Industry. Hey, just a couple days ago, we spoke about the Cardi B and Bia situation. There were a lot of comparisons between Cardi B's record, like What Freestyle, to Bia's I'm That Bitch, which both sampled Timbaland and Missy's She's a Bitch. Well, it's Missy's song, but produced by Timbaland. And unfortunately, it seems that all of the fan comparisons, which I think originated from some Nicki Minaj fans, Barbs, etc., on Twitter, who started putting this information out there or started to draw the comparisons between the two records. Now we've got both artists, Cardi B and Bia, feeding into the tension online, and it looks like neither one of them plan on backing down anytime soon. All right, so it looks like there may be a full-blown beef, or at least, again, ongoing tension, which means that they may end up dropping jabs at each other on upcoming music. It may not get too far, in female rap. It's not like these people end up fighting or end up really having street beef, although we did hear that we did hear allegedly that Lotto put hands and feet on put hands and feet on who was it? Damn. I forgot. Was it Glorilla? No, it wasn't Glorilla. On Coyle Ray. I don't know why her name slipped me so badly, but they allege that Lotto behind the scenes did put hands and feet on Glorilla. Not Glorilla. God damn. On Coyle Ray. And they also are alleging that Glorilla put hands on what is it, JT? So I think that's why Glow keep coming up. But make no mistake, Glorilla and Lotto have no problem that I know of. All right, so let's just keep that where it is. Now, I don't see Cardi B and Bia having a physical altercation in the foreseeable future, but you just never know, right? So let's get into the actual story. Of course, I reported on this a few days ago, but it continues to heat up. So more information is coming to the surface, and more conversation about this feud is starting to fuel them to respond even more on social media, which Cardi B, as we know, is very much active on social media. When she gets offended, when she feels like it's time to come outside, which she's already determined it is, she can be a little relentless. Bia, normally she's known for kind of keeping a tight lip. She doesn't really say much. These last couple weeks, she's been talking a lot more on Twitter, right? So, and to make matters worse, Missy already co-signed like both of them, already gave love to both of them, and it doesn't even matter, right? None of that even fucking matters. So yeah, outside of the Like What freestyle and the similarity to Bia's I'm That Bitch, we now have, of course, at the end of the Like What freestyle video, we have Cardi B, who shared a snippet of an upcoming record, which we believe is going to be her next official single. It was only about another 7 seconds of an intro. We heard a beat and we heard Cardi basically ad-libbing, yeah, okay. However, people have now taken that beat and that track and they're saying, hey, this sounds eerily familiar to another Bia song, right? They say it sounds like Bia's 2023 track called Fall Back, which was featured on her album. The album is called Really Hurt, right? So I don't know how that album did. I don't think it charted. I don't think it really sold a lot of units or anything like that. But it came out, it dropped, and, that's that pretty much. Let me just see if I could get any stats on Bia's Really Her project. Okay, just to kind of be somewhat accurate, right? So it came out on July 28th of last year. It debuted at number 74 on the American iTunes charts. That was its highest position. Its most recent chart position was number 94 on the iTunes charts. and it stayed on those charts for about 3 days. Okay, no shots at Bia, but that's just the way it did. I don't know if there's any official sales metrics out there. Looks like nobody ever released any of those. So, of course, if they haven't been released, they probably weren't all that impressive, if I had to say so. And this is where things get a little murky for me, because in this feud, in this tension, in this beef, Cardi B has absolutely no upside, right? Cardi B's established. She has one of the top selling, one of the most successful hip hop albums pretty much in the last 10 years. One of the most important hip hop albums of the last 10 years. I mean, she's still here 6 years later, still out here thriving, surviving, making big money, doing whatever she wants, right? Still in the conversation. She hasn't faded. She hasn't been negatively impacted by anything other than her beef with Nicki Minaj, I suppose you could say. But outside of that, I don't really see any other issues, right? So she's doing her thing. She's selling records. She's doing whatever she needs to do. Everything's Gucci. But for an artist like Bia, she's got all the upside. She's got everything to gain, right? She's not new. She's been around for a very long time. She was on Sisterhood of Hip Hop. Y'all educated me to that. She was on that show in 2014. I definitely was not tuned into that show, so I didn't know about her. Shortly thereafter, she signed to Pharrell and his I Am Other label, which unfortunately didn't really, it signed some really talented artists, but it didn't really produce stars. Now, there have been some artists that have gone to be successful after leaving I Am Other, such as Bia, such as what's my guy named Buddy, who continues to stay relevant in his own way, especially out on the West Coast and working with Issa Rae and doing all that type of stuff, being on the J. Cole Dreamville project, etc. But it didn't really work out for her at that time, right? In 2020, Bia ended up signing with Epic Records and made like her big splash back into the industry, because she had been on a couple records in 2016, 2019, a couple joints. She did some with J Balvin, whatever. But her reintroduction came in 2020 when she signed with Epic, right? She puts out the record with J. Cole, London, during the pandemic, which culturally, it's a dope song. Sounds good. I was a fan of the record. However, that particular song, London, featuring J. Cole, it peaked at number 62 on the U.S. Billboard charts. It peaked at number 20 on the U.S. R&B hip-hop charts. In hip-hop, just rap, it peaked at number 16. So it wasn't like a massive success, and it also does not have any certifications to my knowledge. It may be updated by now, but I haven't seen any certifications for that record. She, of course, has Whole Lot of Money, which featured Nicki Minaj. That peaked at number 16 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 charts. It peaked at number 6 on the U.S. R&B and hip hop charts. U.S. Rap, it charted at number 4. Whole Lot of Money, it does actually have a double platinum certification, so that is her biggest record. So that is on her scoreboard in 2021. The song that was originally in question, I'm That Bitch, did not chart at all, right? It reached the U.S. What is this? It reached the U.S. main R&B hip hop chart, and it peaked at number 29. But in other areas, it didn't really hit like that. You get what I'm saying? And so that's the mainstream hip hop and R&B airplays, which is not one of the main charts, but you know, so she's got nothing but upside. If she's able to actually battle it out with Cardi B and make Cardi B slant to the side, wobble a little bit from her position, everybody's going to look at that as a win for Bia, you know? So I don't even understand why Cardi B is engaging in this whole thing, but of course, she's emotional. When she feels like people are slighting her, she comes out with something to prove, similar to her nemesis, Nicki Minaj, right? it's this ego thing. It's this competitive nature, which I don't know. It's like the competitive nature in hip hop is not about bars anymore. It's not about talent and skill, like showing how dope you are. She's not going to get on a record and just like blatantly diss. And we're not going to get that from Bia either, because that's just not the style of music they do. But when it comes to, you know, being the flyest, when it comes to, you know, chart position, when it comes to influence and things of that nature, the ladies are extremely competitive in those particular areas. Now, according to accusations, again, they saying that Cardi B is biting Bia's style, okay? And they say that this is the second infraction in question for Cardi B, and they're saying Bia's living on her mood board, similar to the lyric in Cardi B's song Like What, where she said she's the one on the mood board. It was brought to my attention that a lot of people were referencing the City Girls, saying that early in their career, QC and management were actually giving the City Girls basically pointers to say, hey, go in the booth, lay this down like Cardi B would do it. You know, get your swag together like how Cardi B would do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get y'all confidence up. Y'all gotta get y'all swag. Y'all gotta get y'all thing together. So people were telling me that is what that line originally referenced. Not to mention the clothing and stuff that JT is wearing. Basically, Cardi B is saying that I've been rocking that shit way before you even had it. Now you out here acting like you the one with the Rick Owens and all of this different shit. So there you have those references. So the ladies right now are definitely, I told you at the top of the year, it's a battle royale with the female rap category. Joe Budden out here talking about the female rap era is over. This shit is just beginning. I don't know what you are talking about, my G. Now, after the resemblance between Like What Freestyle and I'm That Bitch was highlighted on Twitter, Bia got on there and she put like a kind of like a wrinkled face, like confused, turned up face, and she later wrote, y'all are sick, right? And Cardi B then comes out and she says, bitches make a fool of themselves every single time, crying face emoji. I'ma show y'all something when I release this song, no. Okay? So people are thinking that is a direct reference to Bia. Okay? And again, people are also referencing past interactions between Bia and Cardi B, or not necessarily interactions, but past tweets from Bia where she was originally a fan of Cardi B, originally a supporter, but, you know, ever since she linked up with Nicki Minaj, she's turned coat. So after Cardi's Bodak Yellow was certified diamond in 2021, Bia wrote on social media, if you're not inspired, you're not paying attention. You can at least be a fan of someone's work ethic, growth, and contributions. And I've been writing for 10 years. What she's accomplished is not easy. Okay? So at least back then, we knew that she was supporting what Cardi B had going on. And then by the time she collaborated with Nicki Minaj, she said, fuck that shit. Fuck all that. I'm linked up with the biggest female rapper of all time. Anything I said about any other you chicks out there, it's null and void. Act like I never said it, because I damn sure am. Okay? Now, following the release of the teaser, Bia tweeted, Bia this, Bia that. Bia know how to fucking rap. Which a lot of people also interpreted as a response to Cardi B to say, hey, you can say whatever you want about this lady over here. Y'all can say whatever. Y'all can compare me to her. Y'all can say that I'm taking from her style. Y'all can say that she's taking from my style. But what y'all can't say is I know how to rap, right? And of course, when it comes to knowing how to rap, that's always a dig in Cardi B's direction, because everybody is under the impression that Cardi B doesn't write none of her music. They see the credits on the Like What Freestyle. I've had people come in my comments like, oh, she's got 9 writers on that song. How you got a freestyle and it's 9 people credited on the lyrics? Well, I hate to break it to y'all. That is just not how hip hop goes. Okay? Now, or just music, period. Let me not just specify hip hop. When you look at the credits for Like What Freestyling, you see 8 people on it or however many it is, you gotta keep in mind the people that contributed. I'm not gonna break this down in entirety, but number one, the first 2 people you're gonna recognize is Missy Elliott and Timbaland. All right. So you got those 2 because they were sampled. They're gonna get publishing, which means that they get writing credits on the song for being sampled. So that's 2 of your people. All right. There's 4 producers on the track. Right. So I don't know why it took 4 niggas to make one motherfucking beat. That is unbeknownst to me, but there's 4 producers on the song. Now, in hip hop, that is a custom thing where you may have multiple producers that do different things, right? You may have somebody who brings the sample to the table and he gets credited for pointing out and giving the idea. You have someone else that might program the drums, right? Which is just the drums that we hear. Boom, 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 boom. They just doing that on an MPC or a drum machine or whatever it is that they're doing. Then you have somebody who might take the sample and arrange the sample, right? Which means that they're going to chop it up however they do. You know, oh, snap, let me take that loop, blah, 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 boom, 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 stretch it out, reverse it, do this and that. That person might be really good at that. Next thing you know, you got somebody adding additional keys or additional synths or different stuff like that. You end up with 4 producers. So out of the people on there now, you got 2 between Missy and Timbaland, and then you have 4 producers. That's 6 writers. Producers are also credited as writers. If you don't believe me, go on BMI or ASCAP, look it up yourself, and you're going to see the same names. Okay? Now, Cardi B is also credited as a writer on the song. So that's writer number 7, writing lyrics. And I believe there might be 1 or 2 other names on there, and they may have helped feed her lines, might have helped her come up with the hook, different things. But Cardi B is definitely in the credits as writing this record. And I just broke down all the remaining people. So I just want y'all to understand what it is that y'all are talking about. Because when y'all go on social media, when y'all go on Twitter, y'all do these rants, y'all come in my comments thinking that you know something that I don't. Sometimes you might be right, but if you're going to break down publishing, you're not going to win that battle with me. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. And based on that, I think it's a good time that we go ahead and just get into this quick little advertisement. Okay. Advertisement. When it comes to publishing, when it comes to music, I am an artist myself. Okay. I go by the same name, J Nolan. I have an album out, as you can see right here. It's called Southside Nolan. It's available on all streaming platforms right now. You can get on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, Amazon Music, whatever you want. You could literally visit realjnolan.com and purchase the album, if that's your thing, for $10. Right? So you can also support the album financially if you really like it. If you like Let's Get It, that you've been hearing at the end of my videos. Some of y'all have actually perused my other music videos and freestyles and stuff that I've uploaded on my shorts. If that's your thing, support the music, man. Add the songs to your playlist. Add Let's Get It to your playlist. Shazam it. Do whatever you got to do. All right. Quick advertisement. We're not going to stay on that too long, but yes, we're going to start doing that periodically in these videos on Inside the Industry because that's my business. Now, getting back to the Cardi B and Be a Thing. Again, Cardi B says y'all going to see what the fuck is up when I drop this single. So she no longer, I think she wants to try to dead that conversation. It's only going to fuel the conversation, to be honest, because now everybody's going to be critically going through the lyrics. The song is most likely already old and something that's been in the tuck for a minute. So I doubt that it's going to really have shots at Bia. But people are going to be going through the lyrics with a fine-tooth comb, basically, because everybody's going to be under the impression that it's brand new. And to me, like I said, the spotlight from here going forward is going to be on Bia to see what she does, what she says on Twitter, what she says in the caption in her photos on Instagram. Whenever she decides to start releasing new music for 2024, people are going to be going through the lyrics. They're going to be seeing if there's any shots at Cardi B, right? Her former collaborator, Nicki Minaj, I'm sure if she gets wind of this brewing issue, this beef, and if Bia ends up dropping a song where there's enough recognizable lines that feel like they're going at Cardi B, she's going to retweet it. She's going to support. She's going to get behind it, because we all know this is an ongoing battle royale. Like I said, they jumping off the top rope. They suplexing each other. They doing elbow drops. It's getting real out here in this female rap streets. Okay? So keep your eyes peeled for what's to come with that. All right? I'm about to go ahead and sign out. I'm going to take y'all out with the song Let's Get It. And I will see you all on the next video. All right? I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I have more content on the way. I have about 2 more videos that I think I'm going to be dropping this evening. So make sure you stay locked on the channel. Make sure you got your post notifications on. Make sure you hit that bell, right? If you actually go under, you know what I mean, periodically check the page, check the channel. Eventually, you're going to see those premieres lined up. Go ahead and turn notifications on for that. Like them before it even goes live. And I'm going to see y'all in just a little bit, all right? Much love and respect. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.